I never thought that you need to be praying over any and everything. I never thought that. Getting ready to preach Sunday evening at 6:30 at the True Foundation. Okay. Hey y'all, how are y'all? I'm just now seeing y'all because I couldn't see the sun, and then I was moving. So we will be praying for you, Andrews. I do, Lynn. But I'll change it when I stop. When I get off of here, I'll change it. But I forgot what I was saying. But I thought that you only supposed to pray for like over your food or whatever at that time back then. Not thinking that you need to pray over every little bitty thing. They putting stuff inside of anything now. So you pray over that. But I thought that was so funny when she was praying over her snicker. I was like, why would people pray over their snicker? But it was a great thing. And I'm glad I still remember that. And I was young. I was I was still in school. And I know it was because we was at my mama's house. Mom has been gone by 10 years now. 2000. Yeah, she's been gone by 10 years now. So I mean, with all of that being said, though, you just be praying for all kind of stuff. Even when you don't even think that you should be praying for it, pray for it anyway. But don't pray when things are just bad and everything just seems like it's just going down. You pray for stuff when it's going good too. You don't wait until the bad stuff comes. You don't wait till you're going into a storm or you are in a storm. You pray before that storm get there. That way, the solution is God already done worked it out, but He can work it out quicker. He can get the job done faster and way better than you can. So, just make sure that you are when you pray and you make sure that you are you praying before stuff get bad. Because a lot of times people pray before stuff why they're in trouble. And that's when everybody find God while they in trouble. You in jail, then you find the Lord. You didn't know Him before you got in trouble. You was out having your fun and doing your thing. And then when you got in trouble, then you realize, oh, I found God. I know who God is. A lot of folks don't got saved in jail. A lot of people have gotten saved because when they found out, oh my gosh, that's who gonna help me through this situation. We got so many testimonies I'm just saying in general, that from people that have because that's where they say they found the Lord. But I that's why I said praise God when you don't even think about. You should be praising Him. Good stuff like folks don't even think you should be. Everything is going well because you want it to stay well. You want it to stay great. You're gonna go through storms, yes you are. You're gonna have trials and tribulations, yes you are. But at the same time though, while you're going through your trials and tribulations, God is already working it out. He's already fixing it. You're gonna have a testimony. That's your test. Before your testimony comes, He's gonna make it greater. He's gonna make it better. But just don't be afraid to just step out there on faith. A lot of people are scared to step out there on faith too. They are very afraid, just like, oh, I don't know what's ahead. You don't. That's why this calls you stepping out there on faith, because you don't know what's ahead. You don't know what the Lord has in front of you, but you already know He's already working it out before you even get there. Before the situation even comes to you, He's already working it out. But He's gonna make you know that He's in control and that you need Him. And I tell y'all, I said me and my husband be talking about that, on how people, they feel like they don't need the Lord. You gonna need Him, voluntary or involuntary. One way or another, you gonna need Him. But what are you gonna go down to? How are you gonna wait till you flat on your back and you gonna start saying, Lord, I need you now? I know it's a song, Lord, I need you now, I need you now. You gonna wait till you flat on your back and then decide, oh Lord, I need you now. Oh Lord, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask for this prayer. Lord, I don't really know how to pray, but I'm gonna go on and try this out. It's a conversation. It's a personal conversation between you and Him. Nobody have to know what you're praying for. Nobody have to hear. This ain't got nothing to do with them. This between you and Him and nobody else. So when you praying, you don't have to be in the forefront. You just talk to the Lord and you just tell Him exactly what you need, like you talk to everybody else. But you be sincere in your prayers. And don't just wait until the end or wait till the battle is getting, that battle is there. And then oh my gosh, I got to find out who God is. Hey y'all, God's Day, I'm just now seeing y'all on here. Hey, Lady Kelly, how are you? God's Day. But you don't wait until the battle is already here for you to decide, oh, I need the Lord. Do it before then. They let you know Lord, I need you whether I'm doing good or when I'm doing bad. Lord, I need you no matter what. My ups and my downs, my ins and my outs, the beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega. I need all of it. I need you now and all of me. When I wake up, Lord, I'm grateful. A lot of folks are not waking up. They fall asleep and don't get up. You got people that are that are afraid to fall asleep. You got people that are just going through so many different things, depression, all kind of stuff, mental illness. You don't know. They don't even know where their next meal is going to come from, if they're going to have lights the next day. Not luxury stuff. I'm talking about just regular life, being able to feed their children, or digging out of the trash cans or out of the dumpsters or whatever the case may be in order to feed their families. But you blessed. You got it. You got somewhere. You know where your next meal coming from. You have income still coming in. A lot of people have lost their jobs since this pandemic has happened. They have lost their jobs. They don't know what's going to happen. Okay, good, baby. They don't know where their next meal or their next what's going to happen to them. But you blessed. You got it all. You got your next meal. You got it. You okay? You got your next meal. You know where everything is going to come from. You got your stuff lined up. But a lot of people don't. They don't know what to do. I know you're finna see me now. They don't know what to do. They don't know where life is gonna lead them, and they're thinking about committing suicide. You got your mind in order, because you know who the Lord is. You know who's gonna take care of you. But a lot of people don't know that. So since they don't know, guess what they do? They think about stuff like that, what they're gonna do to themselves or harm themselves, because they don't know. But all in all, we just have to remember that who is the head? Where all this stuff is, where hey cousin, I didn't even see you on here. How are you? Guys say. They don't know. They don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know where life is gonna lead them. But you know, because you know who God is. You know where your next meal is coming from. And we just have to be blessed. So I say, praise God when you got a refrigerator full. Hey, how are you guys say? When you got a refrigerator full, and when you just got, a couple of things to last you until next time you get paid. Be grateful for where you are. Be excited. Hey, how are you guys say? Be grateful for where you are. Be excited for where you are. Again, you don't know. You don't know where this pandemic is gonna take us. I don't even know if I said that yesterday, but if I didn't, they saying that in the wintertime, it may come up. What's up, Brown? What's up? Because he is cousin. Come on. A lot of people don't. They was talking about this virus or whatever. It's gonna be a different strand that's gonna come during the wintertime, and it's gonna be mixed with the flu, and it's going to kill more people than this one here is doing now during the winter. So if they don't get this under control, so there's got to be some. But my thing is, and I said this, and I know some people might feel some type of way about it. They may comment, they may unfollow me or whatever. Listen, all is well, cousin. You have some beef, huh? Tianda, hey lady, how are you guys say? You got, come on, Law. You got to praise him for the small things, the little bitty stuff. I'm going to make it rain. Girl, listen. I don't know how I'm going to make it rain, but okay. It probably will, fooling with me. Ain't no telling. But with this stuff that's going on or whatever, that's why, I was talking about to me, I feel like mega churches could have helped with this situation. And I'm not talking about giving out food and just I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about taking a stand, because sometimes the churches, the Christians, the people that believe, we have to take a stand. And you can't take a stand with this like 2 or 3 people. You got these little small churches. You got 2 or 3 small churches that believe the Lord is He gonna heal. He gonna do. And we could have done something that was just grand, that make folks look at the church and be like, wow. It's not, I'm not talking about just feeding or just being there for people or just praying. I'm talking about it. All the churches could have took hold and took a stand as a whole, and not just worry about, the government said this, and so we have to shut down, and we have to do this. When do we stand up? And this is just me. This is my personal opinion. I'm not saying nobody have to feel how I feel. I just feel like this is a great time as folks that are in leadership with churches or whatever. We could have took a stand as a whole. Mega churches, including the medium-sized churches, including the smaller churches, could have took a stand as a whole, and we could have done something amazing together to take a stand to what we believe in, and to draw more people into seeing who God is and knowing who's going to heal this. I know we wait again. I was just talking about that. People waiting until bad things come, and then that's when we decide we need the Lord. Or that's when we decide we know how to pray. That's when we find the Lord, is when we're in a situation, instead of us doing this before these things happen. A lot of people, I seen this a year ago, I seen this months ago, and may have. I'm not knocking that. But when this time is here now, when did we stand together? Instead, it was pointing fingers on why your church is open. How many people y'all got come to your service? I'm going to send this on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Instead of doing that, when did we take a stand? And I'm not saying take a stand and saying, nah, I'm going to keep my church doors open. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying that part. I'm talking about the part where, as a whole, where government took control over the churches. And what did we do? We agreed. We folded. We went along with what they said. Instead of us, we sold, I believe that this is, the Father, the Son, hey, lady, how are you guys today? They do. They do. And that's why I said, at this time, it's not about what your denomination is. It's not about your you being in holiness or apostolic or being Lutheran or whatever you believe, Baptist, whatever. This is not the time for that. This is just the time for us just to stand together as a whole, because there's a lot of stuff that's been done under our noses that we haven't paid any attention to. Again, I've been telling y'all about distractions for how long now? How long have distractions been happening? And it seems like no one wants to listen to these distractions until it happens. And then everybody's just like, oh, yeah. We ain't talking about them white vans no more. Somebody coming to kidnapping and stuff. That still happens. Don't think that it's not. They probably, it's just not as big as it was. Now they don't put these 5G towers up all over, and nobody is doing any, so they telling you to stay home so they can put them up. But you see people when they're installing them, they got a full radiation bodysuit on to install them. So if they got to put on this whole gear, now when people doing towers or doing construction or whatever, you don't see them with no full body gear on. Now you see them with these, because I'm looking at a tower now. Now you see these 5G towers.
I'm thirsty. What you got to drink?
Nothing. I called and nobody. My husband didn't answer the phone.
It's cute dress.
Thank you.
I'm thirsty.
Okay. Did he get something to eat? Okay. Can you ask him? Because he didn't answer his phone. Can you ask him what he wants? Oh.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, that's
get off our live. Hey. You had to show me.
Well, you were speaking. Hard. You've been working. I was coming to help you, but I was like, okay, let me get.
Far from done.
Okay, he didn't get nothing to eat. So.
He ate way earlier when he first got here. He ain't ate nothing since.
Because I've been calling him like, he is not answering his phone. I didn't know if you was still here and I didn't want to interrupt you because I know y'all was still talking when we got off the phone.
I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Lord Jesus. Okay, let me go get something to eat and use something to drink, and I'll be back.
I'm thirsty. They were like, your girl just pulled up, Nikki. They were like, you know who your girl is? I said,
you know what? If he come out of there before I come back, tell him where I went. I'll be back. So, I'll talk to y'all longer now. See, I just let the window down and then he came here and changed my glasses. So, if y'all come in before I pull off, then I am brown. But I'm finna go get my husband something to eat. I called and I was gonna get him something to eat on the other side of town, but he didn't answer the phone, so he's busy. So I have to go and somewhere else and go get him something to eat and get her something to drink. So anyway, hey lady, how are you guys today? So anyway, a lot of times, so at this time with these towers they don't put up while we're supposed to be quarantining in the house, they don't put up these towers now, so you don't know. So that's why I'm telling you, stay in the house so you can't see me putting this up. These people are installing this stuff with full body gear on, radiation gear, and the towers are up. So everybody is like, oh, let's change to 5. We're running 5G. We're running 5G. They probably going to put me in Facebook chat. We're running 5G. We gonna do this or whatever. We got this. Because they don't made everybody stay in the house. Not saying that, but I'm just saying. See how then you do know back in January, February, they were talking about this presidential stuff, the candidates and whoever was running for president. Oh, I'm running. Guys, there y'all come on back briefly. okay. I'll fix that other one in a minute. My eyes itching. But as I was stating just a few minutes ago, God's Day to those that come. Thank y'all for coming back. Sorry. But I just wanted to just make sure that we're being aware, not being so distracted by other stuff that was going on. So I think that's what we were just talking about a few minutes ago. Not being distracted by so much other stuff that is going on that we forget. Like I know a lot of people are comfortable, or they just, complaining because they're stuck in the house and they don't want to be stuck in the house, and they want to be out and about, and they want to do all this other stuff. They so ready to go back to norm, and that's not the time for all of that right now. Hold on, y'all. That's not the time for all of that right now, and we just forget on why we get distracted by other stuff. Whatever is going on, whatever the biggest thing is happening right now, that's what we do. We want to be so on board with that kind of stuff, and we have to pay attention to what God is telling us to do. This is our opportunity to get closer to Him, our family, our kids, to get some stuff done that we haven't been able to get done in so long. Yeah, you may be like, oh, I'm so tired of being in the house. But why are you there? I told y'all, we on punishment. The Lord has put us on punishment because we have messed up so much. He said, okay, I'm sick of all y'all. Every last one of y'all, I'm sick of. Because y'all not paying attention. You got a few over here doing a few things. And then you got all of these people over here. Everybody's just so ready to turn up and get lit. And, this is the time to be having these quarantine parties instead of us paying attention to what God is telling us to do. There's so many other things that we can be doing that is constructive to Him, to make Him smile. I tell you all the time, to make God smile. He would love for us to continue to make Him smile. To be, hey, God's Day, for those that I didn't get a chance to say that to. Yeah, my eyes really itching right now. Okay, thank you. But we need to be paying attention to what God is telling us to do. I told y'all, January, February, well, first of all, it was these white vans, or these people that was kidnapping. They taking people off the street, taking these girls and taking these kids, or whoever, taking women. And then we went from that to the election and who's going to be in charge. And then we went from that to this situation right here. Now everybody's at home, they're quarantined, we wearing masks and gloves, and we doing all this other stuff. But when have we acted? And that's why, to me, and again, this is my personal opinion, I feel like, hey, Miss Felicia, God's Day, I feel like my personal opinion is, as a whole, when we're talking about Christians, when we're talking about godly people, when we're talking about the stuff that we've learned in church our entire lives that we have learned about God, are we putting that into effect right now? Are we applying that to our life right now? Are we actually using the things that the tools that God has been giving us long time ago? Are we using those things to right now, in this day? God's Day, hurry y'all. Are we using those things right now? Or are we just sitting back and we're just letting everything be taken by storm, by whatever way it is? Letting the government and whomever else to control what we're doing and what's going on. When are we, as the Christians, the godly folks, going to stand together and say, hey, you know what, government, y'all done it y'all way, and y'all way ain't working. Let me show you who got all this in control anyway. You think you're controlling something? You think you're doing something big? You think you're doing something grand? You think you got this all under control? Let me show you who my God is. Let me tell you who Miss Tracy always say. Happy birthday, Miss Tracy. She always say my daddy. Let me tell you who my daddy is. Let me tell y'all what my God can do. Oh, He can take care of all of this. Bishop said that in Bible study the other night. He was telling us, he said, I already gave y'all the vaccine to this problem. I've already given y'all the vaccine to this problem. We don't want to pay attention to that. We don't want to read. We don't want to write. We don't want to pray. We don't want to do any of that's going to be something, even though it's going to help, it's going to be beneficial. No, we don't want to do that. I want the quick and easy way out. We want instant. We want it like ramen noodles. We want everything to be thrown into the microwave and be quickly ready, just within 30 seconds. Now they got instant oatmeal noodles you can pop in. You can put a whole dinner inside the microwave within minutes. We don't want to take the time out and cook. Now, when I was growing up, my mom used to cook on Saturdays, and it went over into Sunday. And our dinner was ready. All she had to do when we got home from church was probably like fix some cornbread or something, and we'll be ready to eat dinner Sunday evening. But that's stuff that she used to do for us. That's the stuff she used to do. Because they had time. They can do that. Now we want everything instant. We want stuff done right then and right there. Instant God. I want God to work it out for me. I want him to be instant. Just go ahead and work this situation out for me. Why do you want God to be so instant? Just right then and there. Hey, lady, how are you guys say? You want God to be so instant. Hey, lady, how are you? Guys say, good to see you on here. For y'all that don't know, welcome to Guys Day. I just talk about any and everything, whatever pop up. I don't have like a set thing. I just talk about whatever it is. And we just discuss it. So if there's a conversation, a comment, or something you want to talk about, bring up something, let's talk about it, let's discuss it. My thing is, I started out with Guys Day because people are afraid to talk about the truth. Whether it's about church, whether it's about your family, about relationship, we scared of the truth. You know, when you start being truthful with people, people pull away from you because they just like, oh, she talking too much, she do too much. Hey, Miss Ruby, Guys Day, she doing too much. She talking about this, she's talking about that. I'm sick of hearing about that. And people don't want to hear about it. Folks want you to be, they want you to lie to them because they want you to make them feel good. I'm not that person. Now, if you cute, you got something on that's cute, be like, oh, that's cute. I like your hair. I like what you got. I like your glasses, whatever the case may be. But when it comes down to, telling you the truth now, people say, hey, you want the first lady version or you want the Nikki version? Because them two different versions, I can tell you how I feel and what I would do. That's two different people. But when it comes down to God's business, people are so afraid. I'm talking about anybody, whatever position you hold within the church, leadership, your job, whatever. A lot of people like to sugarcoat stuff, make it taste all sweet and nice and like candy or whatever. A lot of people want you to make it taste like that. They want you to make it just, oh, that's so nice and sweet and cute. You see how she presented that to me? She presented it so well and so nice. They want you to sugarcoat stuff. They want you to make them feel good. No, when you got folks that want to hear the truth, they don't mind hearing the truth. They don't mind that you're going to set up, you're going to tell them exactly how God, what he would tell you. Then you got a problem. You want people to tell you the truth. Don't lie to me. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't make it feel good. And a lot of folks like their church to be big and stuff because you just making it look nice and sound good to them. But you held accountable for that stuff. The stuff you know, you held accountable for it. But don't sugarcoat nothing to nobody. Tell them the truth. You saying, hey, it's not, this is the way, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever, 1, 2, 3. This is the way that it should be. A lot of people just sweep stuff up under the rug. They don't want to pick it. They'll just be like, oh, that's so nice and sweet. But they don't want to talk about the real issues. They don't care that you don't, and when you tell them the truth, they be like, oh, no, she didn't. Yes, she did. Who gonna tell you the truth? You've been having folks lying to you and not telling you the truth all this time. And then when somebody tell you the truth, you mad at them. I don't want to be friends with them. Have you ever noticed the people that tell the truth and they're more upfront than others? Guess what they do? They have that small circle of friends because they don't want to be told the truth. Now, if you're that person that sugarcoat, you see how big they got an entourage. I call them entourage. They got an entourage. They got a slew of people that they come in contact with. Hey, how are you guys? They got a slew of people that they come in contact with because they're so used to people just not being upfront with them. They love the sugarcoaters. They love people to play them games and just make them feel like they don't even, let me make sure that this don't get too. They love for people to sugarcoat stuff to them. They love for people to just lie to them and set them up for failure. That's not me. I'm going to tell you exactly how to rub me. If I don't feel like, and my mom used to tell, if you don't have nothing nice to say, you don't say anything at all. If I feel like I don't have anything nice to say, if you don't want the truth, now I will ask you, I'm going to give you that disclaimer. Do you want the truth from me? Do you want how I feel like it should be? And if you just be like, no, just kind of ease up off of me, I'm going to give you that version. But that ain't what I really want to do. But you got people that will do that. They don't care. They don't give you that disclaimer for it. They just go on and tell you and just be like, girl, now that's cute on you. That's your color. No, it's not, boo. Go ahead and tell them. The Lord is not pleased with you lying to your family and friends. Stop lying to people and making them feel all good and stuff, because somebody gonna come along and hurt their feelings. They gonna come back at you and be like, you told me this was a cute color on me. Don't accept any and everything from everybody. Okay, let's just do better about all of that. The second coming is close. It's really weird. What they used to tell us when we was growing up, they used to tell us I just lost my train of thought with it. I forgot how they used to tell it to us. But we're closer than we've ever been before when it comes down to his return. And a lot of people don't like to talk about it or put it out there that that's what's happening and that's what's going on right now is things that are happening now you never thought you would see in your lifetime. You probably read about it or you probably felt like it was going to come later on, but you never got involved in it. Or never thought that it would ever come in this day and time. And that it does. Hey, lady, how are you guys say? That now that it has happened and it's going on, a lot of people don't like to believe that it's to be true. And are they a lot of people running scared? Yeah, there's a lot of fearful people out here. There's a lot of scared people out here because they don't know where this journey is going to take them. To me, I feel like when I talk about being scared or fearful, whatever, the scary part of all of this is no one... a few things. No one knows where, not only they don't know where they're going to spend eternity. That's for me. A lot of people don't know where they're going to spend eternity. They don't know where their life is going to end. They don't know where they're going to end up at. After all this is, once they're dead and gone, they don't know because they don't know which way to turn. And that's why I said a whole lot of this right here to me. I feel like this situation could have been better for us that are Christians or whatever to stand more together and to keep ourselves united when it comes down to this situation and not so much let the government run any and everything that we got that's going on in the world. But hey, it is what it is. And I know a lot of people that they do and they going to, I don't believe that. I feel like we should just let the government run it. I don't understand why and y'all know I'm still on the fact where stuff is not making sense. How can you say 10 people can go to church, but you can let 100, 200 people walk inside of Walmart? I'm still confused by the whole situation. How do you and those are people that come in and out all day. And I don't know what time Walmart open. I don't know what time they close. Now that this don't happen. But I do know, since this has happened, you telling me only 10 people can come inside of the church doors. Where are we backwards at? Nobody's standing up and saying, hey, where does that make sense, said Mr. Sir or Mrs. Ma'am or whoever? I don't know. Who's on the board that's going through this? And they're just saying only 10 can come in here, but I can go inside of Walgreens or CVS and 50 of us can be in there at the same time. I don't know them. And I'm coming in contact with them. I don't know where they went before they came in CVS. I don't know them. But it's okay. But the church didn't stand together when they said that. We just was like, okay, we're only going to let 10 in. We ain't going to let no more than 10 come in here because guess what? We don't want to get in trouble. But you can let 25, 30, 50 people, I don't know, go inside of a store. I'm confused. When do we stand up? When do we get ourselves together? And I'm talking about people that believe in the Lord because we not applying the stuff that we have. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to put this back here. I was making sure my phone didn't get too hot. When do we believe that the stuff that we have? Hey, lady, how are you guys say? When do we believe you better be at rest and have no worries? Come on, have no worries. A lot of y'all don't belong. A lot of y'all don't belong in the church. Thank you for your reply. You're very truthful. Oh, you're welcome. A lot of people don't. They don't believe in it. And I don't get mad at nobody if they don't believe in the Lord or they don't believe in God. That's to each his own. Everybody feel how they feel about church or how they feel about God. It's to each his own. Everybody have different opinions about stuff, and that's the way. It's the part of the world. That's the way we are. My thing is, I'm not gonna judge nobody if they don't believe in God. All you can do is tell people how you feel or how what you believe in, and leave it alone. Folks will say, I don't believe in God. Why am I gonna be upset with you? I cannot be upset with you. If you don't go to church, I'm not mad at you. That's your decision. That's your choice. My choice is I go. I love the Lord. I love Jesus. I talk about him. I talk about some of any and everything. I just do not allow myself to get upset on what I believe in and try to push it off on somebody else. I just try to give people another way of looking at stuff, another way out, or another way to see a situation. Because a lot of people believe bad things have to stay bad. They believe when you're going through, that's going to be your life. You just going to stick with going through. That's going to be you. You're going to be going through for the rest of your life. But they don't believe They don't see that there's a good side to something, that there's a good situation. When somebody is grew up as being a prostitute or whatever, folks believe that's they're going to be that person's life. That's all she know, that she just going to be a prostitute her whole life, instead of seeing the good in them. Why did they become a prostitute? How can you help them? Instead of talking about them, help them. How can you help her stop being a prostitute? Give her another way out. Maybe that's all she know. Maybe that's all she's seen. Maybe that's the way she was raised. Maybe that's the atmosphere she was in. But you are supposed to help. And instead of sitting there talking about, she ain't no good, judging somebody else. Why do we do that? Why we have to make somebody feel bad about a decision they made? Because I say it all the time. A lot of us, hey, how are you guys today? A lot of us have done so much wrong that the Lord is not pleased with. And I told y'all that's why we on punishment. We on punishment now because we done so much different stuff that he's not happy with. Okay, so whatever y'all, I mean, again, people can feel how they want to feel and take it however they want to take it. But I'm just saying, every situation or everything that's going wrong or going down does not mean it have to stay that way. We can flip that thing around to something better and greater. It doesn't matter what it is. We can always do something bigger and greater than what has been set in front of us. We can't, because if you going through, you ain't got to say going through the rest of your life. No, change that. How can you not go down that same road again? How can you change that about you? And I'm talking about people that believe and don't believe. I'm talking about anybody, whatever you're going through. Because everybody go through different stuff. You're going to have different situations going on. You're going to have a lot that's going to come here and there and everywhere. And it is what it is, okay? But the fact of the matter is, it don't have to stay down. You don't have to stay low. You don't have to stay beneath, under the church, below, up under the house, up under whatever. I'm just saying. You don't have to do that. Can you love the Lord out of church? The church is a building. The church is a building, and the church is within you. But you're supposed to assemble yourself together when you're coming down to the church. Now, when I was talking about church a few minutes ago, I wasn't telling people to go to church right now during this pandemic and pack out the church. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when they made the discretions according to the way the church is supposed to be ran, just have 10 in there and whatever, they didn't put the same restrictions on retail stores because they want the money. It's all about money. Church, what is the church? They ain't really, not this small. They're not really doing anything. But Walmart, they gonna bring the economy in some great. They finna take care of the economy. But when it came down to the church, only 10 can come in. We didn't put those same type of restrictions on the grocery store. We didn't put those same type of restrictions on retail stores. A lot of retail stores, they did close. But I'm talking about other stuff. When you're talking about essential, how is the liquor store essential but not the church? I'm confused. That's not, again, this is my personal opinion when I'm saying this. I'm just confused. If we're going to say the liquor store is essential, the church should have been on the same list. It was nowhere on that list. Nobody stood up and say, well, where's the church? Now, I've seen people on Facebook, on social media saying that, so they said the church can't, it's not essential, but the liquor store is, like it was backwards. And so that's what I was saying when it come down to that. I'm not telling nobody to go and pack out the church during this time or anything. You use your own judgment on however you feel or whatever. I'm just saying, when it came down to that, when they put restrictions on the church, nobody stood up and said, you know what, Mr. Sir, Mrs. Ma'am, whoever is in control, we never put that, we never spoke up and said anything about it. We let it happen. We let it go on. When did we stand up? When do we stand up as a whole? When it gets, what does it have to take for it to get so bad to where we stand up as united? And I'm not just talking about church. I'm just talking about overall. How is that fair? We need the Lord everywhere. I don't care whether you go to church or when you don't. You need the Lord. I'm telling you, voluntary or involuntary. People start calling you, be saying, you find the atheist, the person that don't believe, they be atheists, and then when they get through it, be like, oh my gosh, Lord Jesus. You start hearing them calling on everything, and you just be like, oh, okay, so you're not completely an atheist, because if you start calling on it, I'm just saying, that's just me, I'm just saying, not the liquor, I'm telling you, the liquor store, they had it on the list as essential, and I was so confused. And me and my husband is a bishop, for those that don't know, he's a bishop, so we was looking up at the list and we was like, they don't even have beauty supply on here. Like, one reason why I'm wearing, trying to tie this down just for a little while longer. But they don't even have that on there. They got the liquor store as being essential. Now, to each his own. I'm not throwing nobody up under by drinking none of that. I'm just saying, if you best pay attention, where's the church, folks that love the Lord and love church, and I'm not going down that road with like, hey, it is what it is. I'm talking about just the point of where are people that have a stand or can speak up and say something, and my little one self can't do. Lord Jesus, I'm on my way. Yeah, here I come. Nothing. I was just sitting here. I was on live, and here I come. I'm down the street. Ooh. Oh, I promise you ain't nothing about the house. I ain't doing that. Whatever. Here I come. Later, bye. Okay, sorry, I got a call, but y'all can still hear me. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people just didn't take their stand on when these restrictions were sent out or whatever, and it's just it's a whole lot of whatever. But that was my thing, and I just don't feel like everything that's bad have to stay bad. We don't have to take this situation to where we're in the house in quarantine. We don't have to take this situation to being nothing bad. This is an opportunity for other stuff. That was on the outside. My bad. Yeah, he was on the outside. We don't have to keep those situations as being down and under. We can just increase this stuff and make it better. We can make it fun. We can just do some great things and, again, make God smile. Make people change that attitude, because folks is leaving here left and right. All types of ways that you probably didn't even think of, that folks can just up and just go. And folks are dying alone. You got loved ones that do have this virus or have had somebody in their family that had this virus, and they're not waking up, or they're dying alone. They're going into a coma. They're not making it through this, and they're by themselves. Their wife, their husband, their children can't come see them. They're having a baby. They have to be by themselves. They can't have nobody in there. You can't increase the people that normally come in. You got a loved one that's going. You can't go in there and check on them. You got to stand on the outside. They'll accept the patient, but you can't come. This is where we are right now. That's why I said we be ready. Whatever your life may, whichever way you may, whatever way you believe or whatever you feel like you need to do, you handle your business however you feel. But I'm just saying, just be ready, because we don't know the day nor the hour. We don't know. I believe the Lord is coming. He's soon to return than he's ever been. He's closer now than he has ever been before. And I think people just think because it's been so long, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't believe. Hey, again, believe what you want. It is what it is. I just tried to put things out there that I feel, or what I see, or way I know, how things could be. And how we can do as a whole, how we can be better. And the bickering, the arguing, going back and forth with people, for what? She don't like my hair, girl, so what? Let her pay for it. Then she can get it the way you want. You can get it the way she wants you to get it, because she paying for it. But if not, hey, leave it alone. Don't dwell on minor things, little bitty stuff that don't mean anything. Don't dwell on that. Come on, don't dwell on that little bitty stuff. Folks like to sit and argue and go back and they like to sit and argue and go back and forth about little bitty stuff, and it's not even worth it. That's why I said, you don't know. You don't get a chance to say, I'm sorry, forgive me for what I said or what I done. You don't get a chance to say any of that once that person is dead and gone. So make your time valuable. Make it right. Make it worth something. And stop all this penny stuff. This little bickering over he say, she say, they say, we say, whatever is happening. We better than that. It's time out for all of that, because once you be trying to crawl in there with them, and funerals are limited too. They're not letting a lot of people in. Those normal people that they let 500-600 people come to. You can't do that. They gonna let a certain amount of people in, and the rest of it's going. If that funeral home offer it, it's gonna be on social media or whatever. They're gonna do it live or whatever on it, because that's the way things have to be done right now, because that's what we living in right now. So that's why I said you don't get a chance to say I'm sorry to that person. So all this arguing, going back and forth with people, trying to make yourself feel like you the bigger person, and we meeting up, where you at? Drop your pen. Ooh, I can't take it. It's just too much for me. I just be like, ooh, after a while, you just like, I want better. I want better for me. I don't want to see my kids see me acting up and doing all this stuff all the time. I don't want my kids to see me acting up and doing this stuff all the time. I want to show my kids that I know how to act as a grown person. I want them to know that, because everybody is not out to just fight and move on. We grew up, we fought, we was friends the next hour, 30 minutes. We was friends the same day. Now, it's to death do you part. And to death do you part is for a marriage. It's not for you fighting. It's not for that. To death do you part is for you to be, that when you in a marriage with somebody, not death do you part with a fight, because somebody didn't like what you said in social media. It's out to what people make it out to be, all that beefing and stuff. It's not even worth it. Then when somebody's dead, everybody got to go read all the comments. They got to go into, it's so much, and it don't have to be. Kill all that noise. Just kill all that noise. Stop all that bickering, going back and forth, arguing with people over stuff that don't mean you no good. It makes no sense. Folks don't even care. But just trying to be better, and we can be better people. We don't have to let folks think that we just got to be the same. We got to stay low. We got to keep on doing the same old. We better than that. And we can make it. We can get through this. We're gonna get through this. We don't have to let these situations keep us down, keep us under, keep us in a bad space. This is not what we have to be, because this is not the end of us. We got some great things. We got some growing to do. The children that were supposed to graduate this year have lost all the opportunity. They don't work so hard to get to this point. And they couldn't do prom. They can't do graduation. They can't do any of their senior stuff that they don't pay money for. They can't do any of that. And things have changed in the blink of an eye. Everybody's working from home. A lot of people are working from home. And again, thank those that are on the front line. That are essential workers. You are part of the healthcare profession, any type of way. The police officers, anybody that's still going out and going to work, going to your job. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all for doing whatever you do. Truck drivers, anybody, the people that stock the shelves to make sure we can go in and get what we need. People that are out here making masks to make sure that everybody is trying to stay safe. You're not out here for money, but you're not out here for money, but you're out here for to do it because this is something you're trying to make sure that everybody is staying safe. That's what this is all about, and this is where all of this is about. This is not for us to try to get over on somebody and try to make people feel bad or anything like that. So I really appreciate those that are on the front line, and you're doing some great things, some amazing things. I love y'all for what you're doing. You're risking your lives to go and take care of somebody else. You're risking your own life to go and take care of somebody else's loved one, and you can get caught up in a situation and take that same situation home to your family, to your children, to your husband. I was listening to a lady say, I don't want them to open up the government, because when they do, she said, I see this stuff on the front line, and then I have to get undressed outside. Hey, lady, how are you guys? I have to get dressed outside in order for me to be able to hug. Before I can hug my husband, which is something I do before this happened, I got to go get undressed. Downstairs, out of the way, and then go upstairs, take a shower before I can. That's 45 minutes later after I get home. Now I can hug and kiss on my husband. That shouldn't be. And she's risking her life for your loved one. And who really started this? I don't want to get into that, because folks, they probably will be like, you know what she's saying? You know what she's saying about? I'm just saying, who started this foolishness? This is just didn't pop up. Every time, if y'all pay attention to election years, go back and look at the history. I think I posted that a while back, that the election years, okay, pay attention to what happened during that time. It's serious. It's serious. That's why I'm telling y'all, stay prayed up. Take care of your family. Stay safe. If you got to get out, go do your business. Handle your business on what you got to do, and get on back in and go on back to the house, and stay safe as much as you possibly can. And keep your head up. Don't let, this is not the end. Y'all know this is not the end. This won't be the end of us. This won't be the Lord has the final say on what's going to be said or what's going to be done. And we just got to keep on holding on and trusting in God and not giving up. Knowing that even if you don't know anyone that is going through or being sick in this situation, still pray for them. For those that, if you don't know them, still just send up a prayer for those that are going through. that are dealing with different situations that may have something to do with this, and they don't know where life is going to take them, that turn they're going to go down, that road they're going to go down. Keep praying for them. Keep on doing that. I forgot about this.
Woo!
Boy, you almost got hit with this box. I am not you. I seen somebody coming around it, but I didn't know how close they was to me. What's going on? I was like, listen. Oh, this is
You on the phone?
This to make a food.
Who that is?
This
you
my live.
You on live? Hey, live.
Wait a minute.
Hey, y'all. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, what'd you say? God's Day?
God's Day.
God's Day, y'all.
God's Day. Listen.
I can't use that.
You can't use
I can't use that, dog, because that's hers. I can't use that.
You can say it. You standing here. You can use it.
You need some help with these bags?
I'm trying to see what else I got.
Well, let me get the heavy stuff.
Don't play. If you want to grab, because I got some.
Sister Bougie, this car's still junky.
Don't do that. The
disrespect.
disrespect, and there's a reason for
her car's junky.
He don't even understand the story.
God,
you got to know my story to know. You got to know. You don't know my story.
No, that's just trash.
No, that's the cake in there. You don't like them kind. That ain't nothing. No, I don't eat that.
Don't be disrespectful.
No, I'm just telling you, I don't eat that. I ain't that. I don't eat red
y'all,
velvet.
I'm having a conversation with my first lady, Sister Bougie. So y'all got to excuse me. I ain't that good a Christian anyway, so hey.
Pray for him, huh?
Yeah, pray for me.
Please pray for him.
If you can get a prayer through, because if you can't, cut the ceiling fan off when you pray, okay? I'm out. Well, hey, baby.
Is that my baby? Okay.
Don't worry about it. Hey, baby. Okay, now go. Go where you at. Where you going? Go where you going now. Go where you going.
Hey, baby. Go take it to Nana.
Okay.
Thank you. Be careful, okay? Take that to Nana. So, that's what I had to say, you all. For those that don't know, you can download the podcast. I do have a podcast, God's Day Podcast. I have episodes from about 2 months ago. I've been doing a podcast for about 3 months now. So if you want to listen to a podcast from day one, please go to the God's Day Podcast. I have a God's Day page. Go to that God's Day and say God's Day. It has a dot in the middle and whispers in the pews. Click on that page. It has the link at the top. It's pinned to the top, the post with my flyer or whatever about my podcast. Once you click on that link, it's going to pop up with all the social media platforms that I'm on. Please go in there and download these episodes, download the links, like, share, and follow me on Instagram, YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. And I've been doing God's Day for about a year now. It's been a little bit over a year now. But there's Facebook Lives from way back then. The Facebook Lives, the podcast just started about 3 months ago. So please like, share, and follow. Continue. I do this every day. Hey, honey. Huh? My baby right here, y'all. This is my baby. You want to talk to the people? Say hi. Say hi. My name is Ivy. Say, my name is Ivy. Thank you. Let me get you down. You good? You here? You want to drink the rest of this? Yes. There you go. Be careful. So yeah, please do that. You can like, share, and follow me on all those great platforms. Again, that podcast link or all my social media links is on the Linktree podcast. God's Day has a dot and whispers in the pews. It has a lot of great information on there. If you're running a business, you have advertising business, you got an event, any of that stuff, you want to get the word out, you want to let people know what you're doing and what you have going on, please let me know. If you want to be a guest on the God's Day podcast, email me, Godsday, GODSDAY81@gmail.com. Again, it's GODSDAY81@gmail.com. Like, share, and follow. Let me know, hey, I want to be a guest. I want to talk about depression, schizophrenia, mental illness, domestic violence, any type of abuse, drug abuse, any of that. You have a testimony. You want to talk about your business. You want to advertise. I'm that person. Email me. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what's going on. Let's support. Let's help. I do this just to be doing it. I ain't looking for nothing. I just like to support and help somebody else out. I love to support other people. If I can't be there with you physically or financially, the small thing I can do is share your information. Let people know. I don't care what it is. As long as it's not nothing about cussing and drinking and people posting with the twerking or whatever. I do not share those videos or anything like that. Everything else is about positivity, encouragement, inspiring, helping other people out, because we're all going through some stuff and we want to make sure that we're staying encouraged and holding our heads up and keeping God in the beginning, the middle, and the end of everything that we got going on all the way around us, the whole thing, turning all the way around, just blessing us, and we love that. And we just want to make sure that God is just going to continue to bless and keep on doing these amazing things that he has been doing for us. And I pray that y'all come back again and download, like, share, and follow. Like I said before, anything that I have going on, you are more than welcome to be a part of. You have any questions, you can inbox me or you can email me. Any of those things, I would love for you to. But I'm about to go because I got to go and help. And I went to go pick up them something to eat. Hey, baby. You got you. Okay. I don't know what you said. I don't know what she said, but she said son. Ivy. But I want y'all to have a great rest of y'all evening. I will be back tomorrow. I want y'all to hold your head up high, stay encouraged, stay blessed, keep God first. Remember, God loves you. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Well, hey. Oh, I forgot to stop at the store. Hey. Hey.
That's my food.
What she say?
She's like,
Ain't know some food for a while. Yes, it's food. We've been waiting a while. I ain't trying to get in the hood and white business, but we've been waiting.
and I said,
a while.
ain't this your food? And she said,
We've been waiting for a while.
She told me she told me something.
And we still waiting.
oh.
You could have went and got it. Okay.
She's like,
Okay. You could have definitely went and got it.
What's going on in the morning?
Nothing much.
come right here.
Why is the container tilted?
Baby, let me tell you something. Hold on, let me something is still